Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of Let's Play Stalker, Clear Sky. I'm Shadefar as always, and now we're finally going to leave the Great Swamps, after we take care of the last piece of business. First of all, I went back through the whole swamps and collected all the stashes I could find, as well as all the loot. So now we've got a nice 16,000 rubles. We've got our AK back, I went and picked it up. We got a new set of armor, the CS3A body armor. Now you can see from all of the green bars that this is much better overall than our leather jacket. Taking a quick look through these, we've got 7 kinds of damage protection. Burn, which only really affects heat-based anomalies. Impact, which is a little confusing, but it's when you get hit. Then there's Rupture, which is when you get scratched or slashed or bitten by mutants. Radiation, which is how quickly you take rads. I don't think it affects how much damage radiation actually does once you're irradiated. You've got Telepathy, which is specific to anomalies and certain enemies, but it doesn't come up that often. Chemical, which is mostly useless because chemical anomalies don't do very much damage. Instead, they sort of chew away at your armor condition really quickly. And then Bulletproof, which is, of course, being shot. This is better in all ways. Also, it has 1 artifact slot, which means now we can actually equip the artifacts we find instead of just selling them. Now, I did pick up this artifact right here, the Stone Blood, which you can see adds 1 chemical protection, but 1 red radiation. That means we get 1 unit of radiation constantly, which means wearing it is not a good idea unless you have another artifact that negates radiation. So we're just going to sell that because it's not very good. As I said, chemical protection, not great. Which is kind of ironic, because you find this artifact in a chemical field. We've also got 2 new pistols, Fort 12, which is a slight upgrade over a Makarov, and then the PB-1S silenced Makarov, which is basically just a Makarov with a built-in silencer that you can't remove. It is more accurate than the Makarov, and is right now about equal with the Fort 12, so I'm not really sure which one we're going to use. They use the same ammo, so it doesn't really matter. Dump these shotgun shells and our crappy suit. And I think that is everything we picked up. Now, you can see we're still at the machine yard. The 2 things we need to collect are up here by this little tiny renegade camp. And then over here by these train cars. Well, you can't really tell they're train cars from up here, but yeah. We've got a weapon and a detector. So we're going to go hop over there, pick those up. And then we're going to leave the swamps. Simple as pie. Alright, so here we are. You can see the Renegade's campfire down there. And I have no idea why our binoculars lock onto targets, but they do. So you can see there is 3 guys. Usually there's 4, I believe. So there might be 1 behind that big bush clump there. Hopefully we can take these guys out a lot quicker than in the first 2 episodes now that we have some decent weaponry. Let's see if I can take one of them out with my silenced pistol before they see me. Yeah, I see the 4th guy now. Nope, they saw me. Alright, we're just gonna go in there loud with the MP5. Maybe they didn't see me. They know someone's here, but I don't think they know it's me. Short bursts are, of course, the optimal solution with a SMG like this. Okay, that's 1. Some good shots in on us. Alright, 2 left. Which is good because we have like no ammo left. So we're gonna switch to our AK. And switch it over to single shot mode so I don't waste any of our... Well, I guess we do have quite a bit of ammo for this, but still. Compared to everything else we've been using, the AK is ridiculously accurate. I can just get this guy to stop for a second. Yep, there we go. 1 shot to the face. And there we go. Not sure if the dynamic music will stop on its own. It tends to break sometimes and just keep going even when there's no more fight. No stash info on any of these guys. Alright, now what we're looking for should just be right up here. Yep, there it is. The VSS Ventores. Now, you might recognize this from the opening cutscene. This is supposedly supposed to be our gun that we had during the opening cutscene. As you can see, it's in almost completely destroyed condition, presumably because of the gravity anomaly right there, or the emission that we survived. And there's no ammo for it. Even if we fully repair this, we probably won't see any ammo for it for quite some time, since it uses the rather rare 9x39mm ammo, which pretty much doesn't exist this early in the game. Still, it's nice to have, and it'll be useful later in the game, once we start stocking up ammo for it. Our second objective is, of course, over here. We're going to pick up a very fancy detector, much better than our crappy little beeping thing. So let's pop over there. Alright, so up here is a bunch more crashed trains by the destroyed train bridge. Now there's actually a fence that runs along basically the entire north of the map, which might confuse you for how you get up here. But there is actually a hole around here-ish that you can slip through to get up here. There's still a hell of a lot of radiation up here though, so make sure to bring lots of vodka. And then, oh, here it is. There's this bizarre little tunnel down here, where I guess somebody holed up for a while. And it seems at first like there's nothing here, but if we hold down the F key and slowly... Okay, this might be a pain in the ass because this thing gets stuck back there. Basically, there's a detector. Yep, yeah, you can see it right there, the Velez. And it is one of the best detectors in the game, and we just picked it up. So swap over this one, you can see much better. And there's even an artifact in the bucket to show you how it works. Basically, it straight up shows you on the radar where the artifacts are. So you don't have to do none of that hot, cold nonsense. And is this another meat chunk? No, it's a gravy, which actually lets us carry an extra 20 kilograms. Right now our max is 60. Without being weighed down so much that you can't move. Now, that's actually really useful, but you can see it has a +3 to radiation, so we're going to need some pretty strong anti-rad artifacts before we can use that. Still, we'll keep that in our pocket for a while. Now that we've got these two things, we are ready to finally leave the swamps. So we're going to head back to the southern farmstead, way down here. It's going to be a bit of a walk, so I'll see you on the other side. Alright, now before we head out, we're going to dump a few things in this stash here at the southern farmstead. We're going to dump our Ventores, because obviously it's not much use to us without ammo. And we're also going to dump the MP5, because we don't really need it right now. Get rid of all the shotgun ammo. It's just the... no, it's 18. Oh, I guess we already used up all the MP5 ammo. Alright, so I guess we're ready to leave, finally. Just go over here and talk to Mr. Guide.
Stalker, what do you want?
And take me to the Cordon. And as he says, next time we can just walk across the loading barrier. We don't have to have a guide take us here.
I haven't seen anyone come from the swamps in a long while. You've come out right next to the army outpost. There's only one thing a stalker can expect from the army, and that's a bullet. So I'd be careful if I were you.
And here we are. As the mysterious voice said, we are stuck next to a military outpost, right here. And, they've got a little something waiting for us. This section right here is one of the things that turned many people off the game and made a lot of people stop playing it because they thought it was impossible. Stop, something, something, or we will shoot, probably. Oh, shit. Alright, so, they've seen us. They're all down over there. And, you'd think maybe they're just gonna open fire with their rifles on us, right? Well, no, not exactly. Nope. The bastards over there have a mounted gun pointed at this tunnel.
Officer, take your men and clear the sector.
So we're gonna have to, dart between cover. And hope we don't get shot too much. Now you can kind of cheese this by just constantly swallowing first aid kits. But it'll burn through your supplies really quickly. Oh. Alright. We've made it out of the accuracy zone of the minigun.
You got away from the army. You lucky devil. I've got a feeling there's a reason for you being here. Pop in and see me if you're in the area.
Alright, now I didn't actually think we'd get through that. There is another way to get into the Cordon without being shot at. But I think I'll slap that on at the end of the episode, for those of you who are curious. According to the map, there are some mutants over there. I don't see them. So this is the Cordon. It's this is the first area you start in Shadow of Chernobyl, the first Stalker game. So it's very familiar if you've played that. Over here is a rookie camp. This is where all sorts of freshly arrived stalkers end up.
I'm listening.
These guys are actually members of the Loner faction, which is a little weird because in the original Stalker, Loner wasn't so much a faction as just anyone who wasn't in a faction was one of the Loners. But in this game, they are a straight-up faction that is opposed by the Bandit faction.
Hey, Mark, what brings you here? Come over and we'll talk.
Here's Wolf, who was a quest giver in the first game.
I'm all ears.
I'm trying to talk here, and this guy's just shoving me away. Alright. We're here to see Sidorovich. Sidorovich was the first person you meet in Stalker, and one of the main quest givers. Now, here he's not as important, but he will still give us some work. Alright, so he's got a dumb rookie who needs help. He's got some AK ammo, that might be worth getting off his hands. We'll just trade him some money for it, 500 Ru.
So, tell me, what's...
See if this guy has a mission. And he lost his lucky detector. We can go find that for you. We like collecting random crap, right? Some more AK ammo, and some... is that AP? No, BP. But it is armor piercing, so that'll come in handy. I believe this is a guide, who, unlike the Clear Sky guides, these guides will charge you money for everything. But it's still a much faster method of traveling around, so it's worth the cost, especially since money isn't really an object in this game. Also, nice name, Leonia Butt. Sidorovich is a strange trader man who deals with the outside world, sells artifacts to them, and lives in this bunker. I'm not really sure how he gets in and out of here. He doesn't ever seem to leave from behind this desk he sits behind.
Hi, nice to see you. So,
Shall we talk business?
Also, I don't know what they did to his model in this game, but he looks really weird compared to the first game.
Hello, Merc. Tell me, what brings you here?
So if you remember, we're actually looking for the stalker who is trying to reach the center of the zone.
I see so many stalkers in here, it's a pain to remember them all. Any reason I should strain my brain for you? Now we're talking business, I like that. Well, here's the thing. I've been here for a while. My business is up and running, I get different orders here and there, and people trust me. I have a problem with my last order, and the trouble is the client is very important, and the loot he's after is unique. Everything was going fine. Stalkers would get the loot from inside the zone, and the army boys were supposed to ensure they could get it through the cordon. Well, the two parties started bickering over something, and now the whole place has gone crazy. The result is the stalkers are fighting the military, and nobody's got a clue where the loot is. And that doesn't suit me at all, because the order needs to be completed. So, help me get the case with the loot, and I'll tell you all about your stalker and his components. Deal? Visit the stalkers by the embankment. They've set up some sort of base there, and that's where they're holding the captive military commander, S.T.A.L.K.E.R. I don't care what you do at that base. I don't care if those fruitcakes want to continue playing Robin Hood's merry men. All I want is that case and the loot that's inside it. For starters, try talking to Valerian, your stalker leader. I'll let them know you're coming on my behalf. Don't just stand there, eh?
Alright, so now we've got
Hey,
our
Merc, I'm still waiting on that case. I suggest you...
main mission. However, Sidorovich is also a trader, so we can buy some shit from him. He's got some neat stuff. He's got some 45 ACP pistols, or just 45 ammo, which are much more powerful than the ones we're using now. But they're kind of expensive, and the ammo is not that common for them yet.
Don't be shy. What brings you here?
He's also got the Winchester 1300, a much better shotgun than any of the ones we've seen, since it's a proper shotgun that can hold more than 2 rounds. He's also got some armor, Sunrise suit, which is a little tiny bit better than what we've got
anyone
now.
home?
He also yells at you the entire time you're trying to buy stuff from him. Not the best merchant, it seems. Alright, we'll sell him this crappy stone blood, trade him that, and get out of here. And like I said with the dynamic music, it doesn't end sometimes, so I'm going to quickly disable and re-enable that so it'll stop going off in the background. Alright, that stopped that. Now, we have to go meet the Stalker base, which is up here at this little farm. In Shadow of Chernobyl, this was actually abandoned, there was just nobody there. But since this is a prequel, I guess this is where their original base was. And we've also got to help out this stalker over here before he gets eaten by dogs. So we'll quickly go run over there and help him on our way. The Cordon is definitely a much nicer area than the Great Swamps. First of all, you can actually see where the hell you're going. There isn't random fences and radioactive water everywhere. And, there's no faction wars here. That's the nicest thing. Sure, there are bandits and stuff, and the military, but the military don't count as a proper faction in this. There's no one trying to attack the military or be attacked by the military. Someone set up some nice little tents here. Not much use to us. And where's this stalker? Oh, he's already getting eaten by dogs. That's good. He almost got horribly murdered by getting stuck against the fence.
Maybe it's over. All right, people, that's enough.
It's a pretty simple mission. You just shoot some dogs, and then this guy runs back to base. And you just have to make sure he doesn't get sniped or whatever. I do wish he would run a little faster. We're not even sprinting right now and he can't keep up. And I think this is a great example of why I won't be 100%
Don't
in this
forget,
game.
I still need that case.
What? How did Sidorovich is apparently telepathic and can yell at you in your head. But yeah, this is one of the reasons I won't be 100%ing the game and doing all of the quests. Because there were a lot of them that are like, oh,
I'm listening.
go fetch this object for me, or oh, go escort this guy.
If you got something to say it.
And now we talk to Wolf.
I'm
for our
all
reward.
ears.
He slaps us little money, and that's all he's got for us for now. Pretty simple to get up to the other place, we just follow the road. In Shadow of Chernobyl, this is actually the first place you can find one of these silenced Makarovs. As well as a wounded loner laying here waiting for you to medkit him. Is that a boar over there? Yes it is. Now there's an enemy here, one of the military, but
Help, man! The army's beating up on fellow stalkers!
Don't shoot! Please don't shoot!
Help us!
he's a bit of a baby. So it seems this is Koletsky's driver before the stalkers kidnapped
Killing
him,
our guys, where
and
are
he
you?
ran away.
We can't hold them! Hurry!
Alright, so he wants us to steal his dead friend's PDA, I guess.
Soon it's gonna be too late! Help us! We can't hold them! Hurry!
And over here, the foolish stalkers picked a fight with the military for some reason.
Soon it's gonna be too late! Help us! Thanks, buddy. Now we'll knock him out cold.
Тебе будешь знать!
I'm surprised the stalkers are doing as well as they are. The military is much better armed than them.
Stop by our base and we'll show you our gratitude.
Let's quickly loot these military guys before the stalkers get their hands on their stuff.
Thanks, everyone. Dismissed.
Now these military guys are actually using AKMs, I believe. No, 74 2Us. These are basically shittier, less accurate SMG versions of the AK, so we're not even going to bother touching those. Alright, one of these guys might have a quest for us, this guy. Got anything for us? Nope. Those yellow circle guys who aren't like main characters, they basically just have a random probability of having a quest for you or not, I believe. No stash info on any of those guys. Plenty of ammo, though. If you can see anywhere that you can probably get to, then it's usually worth doing it, because as you can see, there's loot hitting all over the place. I believe there's actually a stash up here somewhere. Not that we can use it yet.
Come on, move it. They're waiting for you at the base.
Another big change is that in Shadow of Chernobyl, this whole area right here is controlled by the military, and they force you to pay them a tribute to get through. Whereas right now, this place is still held by loners. They've got a lot better setup than what eventually happens to this place.
If you got something to say,
Do you have a quest for us?
if you got some,
What was his name? Yasha Rotten.
Come on, spill the beans.
What about you? Ilya Lifeguard.
man, we've been waiting for you a long time. Don't see the leader start.
I'm all ears.
Howdy, Merc. We don't see too much of you at the Cordon. What brings you here?
Father Valerian here is kind of the closest thing the loners have to a proper leader, though they're not really a really organized faction with ranks and everything.
From Sidorovich, you say? So, you know about the commander too? Alright, I'll be straight with you. We used to cooperate with the army. They'd allow us to transport goods safely through the outpost and let us in on some useful information. We paid well for their services. But then we found out that jerk of a commander worked for both sides. He supplied the bandits with our whereabouts. Then he went and sold 2 of our guys as slaves at the garbage. That was the last straw. Yeah, I guess we got a little carried away. Can't figure out what to do now. We're holding the commander hostage, which is a kind of guarantee that the army is not going to bomb our asses back to the Stone Age with their choppers. We can't kill him, but we can't let him go either. The sly son of a bitch knows that we need him alive, and he's not caving in a damn inch. Trouble is, he's the only one who knows where the loot is hidden. If we don't deliver that loot to Sidorovich, he won't do business with us ever again. If we could only make this army bastard play by our rules, it would be a whole different ball game, believe me.
Alright, we get to do some interrogation.
Got something that needs fixing?
And like all of the upgrade technicians, this guy needs some information that will give us more upgrades we can get from him. Might as well,
If you need anything else, come by.
in case we find any. Make sure to keep our armor repaired. And we didn't really use anything else, so we don't have to worry about that. Now, I'm considering upgrading our AK a bit, since I think we're going to be using it for quite a while. It's fairly useful for, I'd say, another hour or so of main story stuff. So, as usual, I want to go for accuracy, because I prefer accuracy over rapid fire. Oh, that's why we couldn't use our scope earlier. Apparently, this thing doesn't come with default mounting rails. Alright, so we'll upgrade our accuracy a bit more and put a scope mount on so we can eventually
You wanna
put another
upgrade
scope
something
on.
or patch it up?
I may have actually forgotten to bring that scope we found a long time ago with us, so we'll just have to find another one. Wait, which one of these prisoners is the right prisoner? Oh no, this is the merchant.
What can I do you for?
He rewards us for saving that stalker. Actually, no, he rewards us for saving the all those stalkers from the military.
Sorry if I don't have what you're looking for.
Unfortunately, he's not a very good trader. So Kalitsky's just sitting over here. Let's have a chat with him.
This ain't no what you're staring at, ass face. Laugh all you want. If you're here to find out where I hid the case with the loot, you're in for a disappointment. Go back to your beloved zone. My boys are gonna obliterate your pathetic posse soon enough. And as for your ringleader, we will hang him on the bridge so everyone can see what you get for messing with the military. Really? And how much would you charge for your services? What if I ask you to help out my boys by taking out those snipers at the railroad embankment? Good riddance.
Well, unfortunately, we didn't have any points put into our interrogation skills, so we got nothing out of him. Or Scar is just a really bad negotiator.
So, did you learn anything useful? Of course they'll save him. The rat bastard owes them a whole bunch of dough. He ran their operations on his own and stashed the cash away somewhere. Listen, I've got an idea. The commander's got only 2 men he can count on. They served together at the outpost and he cut them in on the deals, so they'll do whatever they can to get him out. If we dispose of them, the bastard will realize nobody's coming for him. He'll crack, and we'll beat out of him the location of the stash with the loot. We split the money, and Sidorovich gets the case. What do you say?
Seems simple enough.
I have this feeling we won't have to look for them. Khaletsky's buddies are wandering around here somewhere planning to attack us. A small squad has been spotted at the...
So, it seems everywhere we turn there's just another level to this quest. Now we have to kill them just to get the info we need to get the case we need so we can get the info from Sidorovich. Oddly, this mission takes place at the same place we just wiped out the military, who have somehow snuck back there, despite all of these stalkers. It's the gravity anomaly up there. Alright, let's finish off these military fools and call this an episode. Now, we're not going to be the least bit cautious here. We're just going to run in there and get shot 1,000 times. If I can get a grenade in there with them, it'd be real helpful. Alright, that's one. Alright, we just got fucked up by that one guy. Ooh. Hey, army medkit. Army medkits heal you in all ways better than the regular medkits. They are the second best of the 3 medkits. Alright, so it seems like most of our loner buddies are now dead, so it's pretty much up to us to finish these guys off. Thankfully, there's only like 2 of them around that corner. I don't know how that didn't kill that guy. I landed right between his legs. Alright.
Good work. The military squad has been taken care of. We spotted their second squad at the depot. Merc, head on over there.
And now they want us to go clear out the other depot. The stalker's work is never done. However, before we rush in there and get shot up some more, I think we'll call it here for the episode. Next time, we'll actually be able to get our quest info from Sidorovich after finishing off these military guys, collecting Sidorovich's loot and returning it. And we can continue on with our actual main goal, which we have sort of been ignoring for the last 2 episodes. Till then, I've been Shadefire, and I will see you next time in the zone. Now, as I said, there is another way through... Oh, fuck. Come on, you piece of crap. There is another way to get to the... Cordon without getting shot at by the military. Okay, this thing's not going to make it up the hill. Vehicles, not in the game by default, something added in by the Clear Sky Complete mod. And they don't work completely, which is a little weird because they've been in every Stalker game and then been subsequently removed because they can never get them to work right. As you can see here, you can pull out a pistol while driving, which seems a little silly. So again, there's clearly nothing holding the hand. However, they are very handy for traveling around in this. So we'll still be using those from time to time just for travel, but they are kind of cheating, a little bit. So if we look on the map, I realized this the first time I couldn't get past the military. You can see here that there's a swamp teleport there, which will let you get over from one map to the other. And when I was looking around, I noticed that there's another one that leads back to the swamps up here. As it says, you cannot traverse the marshes without a guide. What this means is that you'll have to go to the guide, talk to him, have him drop you off in front of the military, then go back through, since you only need to do that once before you can use the teleports. Going back through here, you can then go up here and sneak through, and Sidorovich will compliment you on being intelligent enough to sneak past the military. But you only need to do that if you absolutely cannot get past the military. Alternatively, if you're using Clear Sky Complete, you could just take a vehicle and drive it past the military, since gunshots mostly don't affect you when you're in a car, which is why it's kind of cheating. Anyhow, that's all for now. I've been Shadefire, and I will see you next time. And this car is light. Oh god, this is a terrible idea, isn't it? Yep. Ah! It's a vehicle apocalypse. Well then.